and it is the last day of my 32nd week of pregnancy, which is totally insane. Seriously, ever since I hit 30 weeks, I've been feeling like a little bit crazy because after the 30s, there's nothing left. My app this week says that my baby is the size of a naked-tailed armadillo or as big as a head of lettuce and is around 4 pounds, which is pretty crazy because I feel like 4 pounds is like a good hefty size. And I definitely feel like that's true because my body feels so compressed and squashed and full right now. I keep making the joke to everyone that I swallowed a watermelon seed and then it just started growing. I'm not a very big person. I'm only about 4'11", and so that means my torso space just isn't, there's not a lot of room there. And so everything about baby is just growing out. It's not like, you know, what a delicate little bump. No, it's, my bump is out there. I've personally gotten a lot of comments from people saying, oh, you don't even look pregnant from the back, which I think sounds a little funny, but I understand what they mean. They kind of mean it as a compliment. Different people gain weight in different ways when they are pregnant, and also if they have a boy versus a girl. Usually when you carry a girl, they say that you gain weight all over, and I can certainly tell that in myself, but a lot of people have been very sweet and say that they haven't been able to tell. I feel like I can't really take in full breaths because I just don't have a lot of organ space. Same goes with food. I feel like I can eat almost as much as normally, but man, do I feel full. I just had dinner a short while ago and I feel like I'm still sort of getting over that. I used to think that women who were out and doing things and like working till the end of their pregnancy, that they were just having easier pregnancies and they were just doing those things because they were one of the lucky ones and they felt better during their pregnancies. But I think myself going through this and still sort of like going on photo shoots, going to events, to be honest, it's hard. And even though it's hard, I am still just doing it anyway. So it's not a matter of being like really awesome at being pregnant. I feel like I suck at being pregnant and I feel terrible and I just go and do those things anyway. So anybody feeling like they are just having a really tough time in their 3rd trimester, trust me, I totally feel ya. Sleep has been kind of hit and miss. Even when it's enough, like enough hours, I feel like I still wake up maybe 3 or 4 times a night. I don't know. I just wake up a lot. And it's not even to pee, it's just wake up, think that it's morning, check my phone, realize it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, I wish I didn't just wake up. And then I'll wake up another 3 more times. Now that I'm done with all of my flights and everything officially, I'm gonna really try to slow it down. I was just in Las Vegas last weekend for some events with Benefit Cosmetics, and it was an amazing trip, but after the really full day that we had, packed full of activities, that night I actually had a really kind of scary episode where I had a lot of Braxton Hicks. Like I probably had 6 of them back to back, and I was like really scared because the hospital that I go to that my insurance is through isn't actually available there. Let me just go back and say Braxton Hicks contractions are when your uterus sort of does like practice contractions before you're actually in labor, and that's a way of your body just kind of strengthening the uterus muscles. It's like working it out. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, if I were to go into early labor right now, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what doctor I would see or what hospital I would go to. So I just kind of like slow danced with Ben and tried to like calm down, but it was very uncomfortable because they say if you have like 4 or 6 within an hour, you're supposed to go to the hospital, and I didn't really feel like I had that choice. Emotionally, generally, I've been pretty good. A lot of days where I feel like pretty normal, and I've even been impressed that it's not as bad of the tiredness as I felt in 1st trimester. It feels pretty similar mentally as I felt 2nd trimester, minus just the increased physical discomfort. I remember the first night I woke up and I felt really big. And I think it was like the week I got back from my baby moon. I don't know if I would say it's something I get used to. It's just uncomfortable. Like, I really feel like I'm carrying around a sandbag that's strapped onto the front of me. It's so heavy. But on the other hand, I've heard a lot of other women say that they've had their first trimester nausea come back in their third trimester. And thankfully, I haven't really had that save for like one day when I was in Kansas. In terms of weight, I, at this point, have gained about 20 pounds. I know some of you may have seen my earlier vlogs, and I said I started off around 80 pounds, and I am around 100 now. That is interesting because, like, I've never been in the triple digits in my life, so it's kind of a weird thing to see. I'm not somebody that struggles with my weight usually, and I'm not somebody that really thinks about it much, but it is a weird thing to see the numbers go up on the scale. So I feel like it's kind of mentally one of those that's just a hard, difficult thing sometimes to go through. And at this point, I know I still have a little under 2 months left, and people say that you gain like crazy at the very end. So that does make me a little bit worried that I might rapidly grow even more at the end, which, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. One really cool thing I did this week that I wanted to share with you guys is I got a maternity shoot done at this Korean style baby and newborn and toddler and maternity studio in K-Town here in LA, and it's called L'Atelier Studio. I was really interested in shooting with them because they have a little bit more of like this glamorous, almost wedding-like style for how they do their maternity photos, which I just thought was like so different and fun from a lot of the shoots that I've seen. I was so happy with how these photos turned out. It puts you in a different mental state when you're used to just trudging around your house, wearing oversized t-shirts and just feeling really huge and schlumpy. To see myself like dolled up like that, it was really nice. I think it's important at least once in your pregnancy to get yourself dolled up, even if it's just for you to go on a date or something. Put in that effort to make yourself feel really beautiful and say, you know what, I'm still the person that I was before I got pregnant. Because there are a lot of days where I just feel like I'm not even in control of my body, and this is just sort of taking over my life. In fact, I'm filming in my living room right now because we're doing these crazy renovations in the house, and literally every other place in the house looks like a psycho mess. So there are boxes everywhere, there are like gift bags everywhere. All the renovations are going on in the bathrooms right now, and so everybody's stuff is everywhere and everything's really displaced. So mentally, I feel psycho. I feel so crazy. It will all be worth it when baby is here. But overall, I've been feeling pretty good, and I hope you guys are too. Let me show you my stomach before I sign off. This is my nice big oversized t-shirt. Let's see. That is how big my tummy is. Let's see if I can scoot back a little. My goodness gracious, that is a big belly. And my belly button's starting to look really weird because it is flattening out. It does not go in that much anymore. I definitely have the line right there, and a lot of my little scars and stuff are starting to fade on my stomach, but definitely still there. Obviously, it's grown quite a lot since my last vlog. And when she moves around, it's not little kicks and punches anymore. It's my whole stomach just convoluting. But anyway, that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this update of my pregnancy. If you want to see my last pregnancy vlog or the entire playlist, I will have that pop up on the side of the screen here. If you enjoyed this, then I would absolutely love if you'd hit thumbs up on the like button down there. And if you want to see more of my videos, feel free to subscribe. This is Jen, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!